What's up guys, Dennis here. I want to do a video for you. I'm actually doing it on my phone, which I don't typically like to do. So I'm hoping that the audio quality and the video quality is not too bad, but I figured the message is more important than the actual video quality and the production value and that sort of thing. So I want to do a quick video on something I was thinking about earlier, and that's the definition of reality. I want to bring up a topic or an awareness to you that you may have never realized before. Your reality, or everything that we know about our day-to-day lives, you know, the alarm clock, the bed, the toothpaste, toothbrush, the shower, the home, the phone, the computers, the microwaves, the fridge, your car, your clothes, social media platforms, restaurants, food, your job, everything that you know that's part of your reality that you don't even think about on a daily basis, all of that was made by somebody else. All of it. And there's millions of things that I didn't mention in that list that you obviously would know about. So why do I say that? There's a critical understanding that I think we should all have, because I'm not saying like I have all this all figured out, but I think as people that we should have, and that's to understand that everything that we use and know to be part of our reality is literally created by somebody else. So why do I say that? Because even the bad things that have been created, the bad things that people deal with on a daily basis, stress, bills, and social expectations, negative thoughts, sicknesses, diseases, negativity, all that stuff, low self-esteem and insecurity, all of that also stems from other people's creations, right? The idea that we need to fit into specific norms and acceptable norms and these boxes and all this stuff that's created by people in a society, intentionally or not intentionally, those are all creations by people as well. So what do I say that? Every part of our reality, every thought that you have and belief, tradition, all of it, education, has been created by somebody else. So if you understand that fundamentally, there's a secret there. There's a key there. Because if all good and all bad has been created by other people, that to me tells me that there is not one reality, right? Because it's very easy to think that there's one reality, right? There's one reality, you have to work hard, you have to do this, and it's very easy. I live in the United States. Most of you guys that are watching this video live in the United States, and some states are slightly different as far as like culture and traditions and beliefs and all that stuff, right? Expectations and that sort of thing. But I think this is a lot more apparent in the United States, because it's a very capitalistic place. Lots of variety, lots of different types of people, lots of stuff going on now, different opinions and negativity and all this stuff rampant on social media. But that made me understand that there's not one reality. And I've always known this, but I think this video is going to help things click for a lot of people. If you go to, let's say, Alaska, that reality that you're going to see there, that you're going to experience, your reality there is way different than the reality that you're going to experience here in the United States, right? Temperature, cultures, beliefs, the way people dress, expectations and social norms, all that stuff, social media and all the negativity, all of it is going to be completely different to here. So what does that tell you? Again, there's not just one reality, right? And I think by default, as people, as a society, we default to the idea that there's one reality, that whatever you experience here, whatever you believe here, whatever you see here every single day is the way that it is every single place in the world. And just by changing your your location, right? Just by changing geography, all that changes. So that tells you that there is not one reality. You're just playing a game that is a reality of where you are geographically. Just by me saying that and bringing that awareness to you should open your mind a bit. Should bring some awareness that you might have had. Because this is critical. This is absolutely critical, right? Because if everything is man-made, solutions and problems, good and bad, that means that you can choose. You can choose to change your reality by changing what you think. You can choose by changing your reality by seeing what is, what it actually is. Seeing things for what they are, and you can actually change your reality just by moving somewhere else. So there is no one reality. And I say that everything that we know and believe and live by and use in our daily lives is created by someone else. So this also tells me something else. That if 98%, let's just throw a number out there. It's a very high number, so I'll use 98% as an example. If 98% of our reality, of what we consider life, right? Going to work, needing a car, always on social media platforms, news, your TV, electricity, your phone, computer, bed, everything that you own and know has been created by someone else. That tells me that there's a portion of that needs to be created by you. You also need to be a creator. And the 2%, the most important 2% out of that is what you create. Your emotions, your thoughts, your habits, your belief system. Those also have to be yours, because those are also affected by everyone else. All of it, right? Your belief system is going to change based off of your upbringing, what you see in your friends and family, what you see on social media and TV. All that stuff changes, right? If all of that was created also by other people, then that tells you that this is all just a big man-made game, intentionally or non-intentionally, that you have to understand and be aware of. This is just it's just a configuration file that you're just living by, right? These are all the settings in this reality, but you can change your reality, you can change the settings whenever you want. That should free you if you understand that, right? If all those things are affected by other people and you rely on other people for all those materialistic things, all the things that give your life meaning and structure, right, that you follow, if all of that exists and can affect also your emotions and your beliefs, right, and your mood, that tells me that for everything, whether we know it or not, we are relying on other people, right? If you also rely, let's just take the materialistic things out of the equation. If you also rely on other people and their opinions and their thoughts, their energy and what they say, then that affects your thoughts and your beliefs and your emotions, right? If we rely on other people for validation or to feel good or to make us feel like we fit, then that's also affecting our lives, our reality, right? So I say all of this just to sum up the video and just basically say that if 98% of all the materialistic things, that everything that we know to be reality on a daily basis that makes up our lives, right, was made by someone else, then there has to be a part of your life that you create on your own. And the most important 2% of that is what you create, right? If everything else is created by someone else, then your thoughts have to be created by you. Your emotions have to be created by you. Your thoughts, your traditions, your full beliefs, your opinions should be yours and yours only, because everything else in your life and your reality was created by somebody else, right? The most important 2% is what really determines your quality of life. What you believe about yourself, right? What thoughts and habits that you have that serve you. If you don't rely on other people's opinions or a need for validation or the idea to fit into certain social norms and expectations, if you don't have to dress a certain way, if you don't have to believe a certain thing, if you don't have to live a certain way, then you're changing your reality without changing your location. Because if all realities are different and they're man-made, then you can make up your own reality. Right where you are, right where you stand, right? How powerful is that? All stress, sickness, disease, insecurity, all that stuff stems from reliance on other people. We rely on other people by default, knowingly or unknowingly, to make us feel a certain way, or like we fit, or like we're good enough, right? Like we reached a certain place and now we're in a place where we feel good about ourselves because now we're getting that validation and we fit a certain, social norm that says, okay, we're good, right? All of that stress, all of it's created by other people. It's a culture thing, right? That's why you're respected if you're a lawyer or a doctor, you have a high-paying career, right? And the people that aren't that, don't fit that social norm, or don't fit that expectation or that desire or whatever, they didn't accomplish that per se, well then they're looked at a certain way, right? So those people that make less money are going to feel less about themselves. They're not going to feel adequate. They're not going to feel like maybe they're as accomplished or like they got to where they needed to be. And what does that do? That affects your well-being, your own health, your own mental state, your emotions, your confidence levels, right? Instead of just changing the settings and saying, no, I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I went for what I wanted to. I might not make as much as this person does. I might not fit this social norm, but I'm good. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life chasing money like the social norm is now, the expectation is. I'm good here. Like I hit this. This is my goal. It wasn't someone else's goal, right? It was mine. That's just a small little sliver, a sample of what can change when you change your own reality. Your reality is in your head, right? Everyone's reality is in their head. And if you can change your reality, you can change your life right where you are. Just by changing the programming and understanding the fundamental idea that the only reality, if there is a reality, this is what I believe it is. If there is a reality, the actual reality are the things that are in play, that exist and have existed way before man. Everything else is a man-made reality. It's just an interpretation of culture, right? And expectations and opinions or whatever's going on in the whole mixture of crap that, goes into society, right? And culture. Everything else is just man-made. Trees are a reality. Life is a reality. Air, water, animals. That's the reality, because that's going to exist no matter where you go, and it's going to exist after humans are gone, and it existed before humans came to the planet, right? Whether you believe in God and creation or evolution or whatever, it doesn't matter. That's the reality. The reality is the things that don't include us. The rest is just in our head, and just interpretations and expectations and opinions and a bunch of mess that doesn't serve us. That is a real reality, right? So if everything in your life that you know to be true, that you consider reality, and that's your life, it's all a lie. It's not what life is. It's just your circumstance in a culture that created those things that you consider life. That's all it is. If you have a Mercedes-Benz, that's not the reality. That's just your circumstance in a culture that created Mercedes-Benz, right? It's not a reality. Yeah, you own the car and it's yours, but it's not what reality is. It's just a situation, it's a circumstance, right? So that's huge. Understand that everything is created by other people, good and bad. Everything is good and bad. Everything that's good and bad was created by somebody else. So take some ownership. The most important 2% are yours and should be yours only. Your emotions should be yours. It shouldn't be based off of what you see on social media, what someone's running some campaign that you think is real, but it's just an ad campaign in the background, and they're twisting and doing whatever they want to get their message and their agenda across, right? That's not your emotion. You were just influenced by what someone else wanted you to feel and think, right? To get you to take a certain action. Your beliefs should be yours based on your experiences, what you know to be true. Not what someone told you because that's how you were raised. Not because you saw something on TV or watched a movie or saw a video or read a book or whatever. What you believe to be real. And what you believe to be real is more important than what someone else says should be real or is real, right? Critical. It's absolutely critical. I don't want to make the video long, but I wanted to make this video, while I was inspired and kind of felt the ideas flowing, that sort of thing. But this is super, super important. You understand that there are different realities, and the game that we play here is just a game. You can think what you want. Don't allow others to influence your emotions and your thoughts and beliefs. Those are yours. Let everything else be man-made, but those should be yours. Those should be yours. It doesn't matter what anyone else says or thinks or whatever. You don't have to fit under someone else's, classifications and expectations and opinions of what is and what's not and how and when and if. None of that. That's all man-made junk garbage. Right? All it does is create division. Right? When are you going to create your expectations and go for those and let that be enough? That's critical. Absolutely critical. Wherever you're watching this video, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this, if that helped you, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, any ideas. I always like to get feedback. And hopefully that helped you out. But with that said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.